Hey everybody, it's still Mrs. Wagner-Martin, and today we're figuring out what to do when there's a problem with a friend. The friend and you are having a problem, having a fight, a conflict, something, and a lot of times kids will think about what that friend did. She pushed me, she punched me, he won't let me play, something, and it's very easy to get focused on what that other kid is doing. But what did you do? Being responsible for your part. Because yeah, sometimes in fights, both people played a part. So let's figure out what that means. In story number 1, Mickey is upset, maybe mad even, because, dun-dun-dun, Minnie Mouse won't play with him. And right now, he's very focused on what Minnie did. She won't play with me. But here's my question, why? What are some reasons that Minnie Mouse won't play with him?
Maybe Mickey wasn't playing fair.
Maybe Mickey wasn't playing fair, and he's not thinking about that part. Something like that. Maybe Mickey plays too rough. Maybe Minnie is just not in the mood to play with others because she's having a really hard time and wants to be alone. We don't know. But Mickey's first step is to think, are they being mean for a reason? Now, Mickey could jump to the conclusion they are being mean for no reason. But you know what? Maybe. But why doesn't Mickey find out the whole story just to be sure? How do you find out the whole story? How do you find out if there's a reason or not? Run to the teacher? No, not quite. How do you find out?
Maybe ask some questions.
Ask. That's how you find out. Mickey's going to start by asking himself. Because, I mean, we're smart people here. A lot of times, if we just think about it a little longer, we can figure it out ourselves. Mickey says, did I do something? Let's say that Mickey did stop to think and can't think of what he could have done. Does that mean, well, I can't think of what I did, so, all right, she's being mean for no reason? Not necessarily. Just because we can't think of anything doesn't mean there isn't a reason. We're still detectives. We still need to find out just to be sure. So Mickey doesn't know what he did. He can always ask. So here's Wreck-It Ralph saying, did I do something wrong? And that's what Mickey will do. He'll go to Minnie and ask her, did I do something wrong? Why won't you play with me? Now, be careful here, because the words you use and your tone of voice make all the difference. If Mickey goes to Minnie and asks like this, what did I do? That's not going to solve the problem, and that's certainly not going to find out why Minnie won't play with him. That tone of voice does not solve the problem. Mickey has to ask in a way, excuse me, that sounds like he wants to know. Minnie, why won't you play with me? Did I do something wrong? And then Minnie will tell him the truth. Why will Minnie tell him the truth? Because telling the truth always helps solve the problem. So once Minnie tells him the truth, now he knows. Let's say that it was because Mickey wasn't playing fair. Now Minnie just told him, well, Mickey, whenever we play, you always change the rules so that you don't have to be out. And that's not fair. Okay, now Mickey knows why Minnie won't play with him. What can Mickey do now? I know, argue with her. No, I don't do that. Well, Minnie just said that that's what you do, Mickey, so that means that that's how Minnie feels that you play. You might disagree with her, but that's how she feels. And it's your job to make it better then. If you want to play with Minnie, then that means it's time to make it better, because she feels like you're not playing fair. And there's two main ways to make something better. Apologize. Okay, I'm sorry that I keep changing the rules. And then say that you'll try not to do it again. I'll try to play fair from now on. Well, guess what? Now that you've taken care of your part, my guess is Minnie will feel like she wants to play with you again. You ever seen the movie Inside Out? You know how they have those 4 characters inside of her? Joy, sadness, anger, and disgust. Well, anger is angry, of course, because, dun-dun-dun, disgust called me stupid. Well, yes, if someone called me stupid, I would feel angry too, but the question is, why? Why did she call him stupid? Now, my guess is there are no characters out there in Disney or at Central Denison that walk around calling people names for no reason. So back to Mickey asking, did I do something? What is a reason that someone might call you a name like that?
Maybe I made a mistake during a sports game.
Huh, how about that? Those two are on the same team.
Sarah Peterson, please call the office.
And anger made a mistake in the game, and it cost them a goal. Disgust got mad and called him that name. Is that okay to do that? Of course not. But maybe that's the reason. So, right now, anger is angry at being called the name, but anger has a chance to work it out. So, anger is thinking, did I do something? Now, let's pretend that anger thinks about it and realizes, oh, you know what? She called me that right after I accidentally kicked the ball to the opponent. I bet she was mad about that. So, dun-dun-dun, anger knows what he thinks he did. And anger can make it better. Now, in this case, for pretend, it was an accident. Anger didn't mean to do it. Do we still apologize for accidents? Actually, yes, we do. But don't worry. You also say, you know what? I'm sorry I kicked the ball to the wrong person. I didn't mean it. I'll I won't do that anymore. Now, can anger also ask for what he wants? Can you please not call me names, though? I made a mistake. Yes, anger can say that piece too. But this way, anger is also apologizing for what he did, even though he didn't mean it. Now, let's take it a step further. Donald is hopping mad. Goofy pushed me. Now we already know Donald needs to slow down and think, why did he do that? What did I do? Which he does, but this time he stops and thinks, and he honestly can't think of a reason that Goofy would do that. Well, we know what to do next. You can't think of a reason, okay, find out for sure. So, switching characters, I asked, and they said they didn't push me, but they did push me. Huh. They said they didn't do it. I asked, did I do something wrong? And they said, I didn't push you. Believe it or not, that's actually good news. Because if they said they didn't do it, that means you didn't do anything. If you said, did I do something wrong? Oh, I didn't do it. Then you didn't do anything wrong. Good. But then that still leaves the question, why did they push? Well, what are the possibilities? Why did they push you if you didn't do anything wrong?
I was standing too close to them.
Accident. That's one of the possibilities. They didn't mean to push you. It was more like a bump that felt like a push. And it was an accident. Well, if you decide, you know what, it was probably an accident, then you have a choice. Choice number one, be like Anna and ask for what you want. Okay, can you please be more careful? Be like Elsa and let it go. Get it? Let it go. Which means you don't let it go except go to the teacher and tell them about it. You don't let it go except tell all your friends what happened. Let it go means forget about it, move on. Or just be like Olaf and go to another game or go do something else. Now, what about the other possibility? They did push you. They did it on purpose, and now they're saying that they didn't. Well, they're saying that, of course, because they don't want to get in trouble. Well, you could argue with them. Yes, you did. Well, you know what they're going to do. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. And that's going to go on forever now. So, you still have a choice. If they're not telling the truth and they did that to you, you still have a choice. Ask for what you want. Please don't push me anymore. I don't like it. Be like Elsa and let it go. Or go to another game. It would be nice if they could tell the truth and you could work it out, but if they can't do that, then you're in charge of your own self. And arguing or fighting will not help you. That's all, folks.